Alright, this is Andrew with Gerardo Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Providence. We have the camera pushed out about 140 feet. Today is April 13th, 2026. We are at 1440 North, 1600 East. So the camera's underwater, which means that we are likely in some sort of a belly or a blockage. Now, I can't get it pushed out any further, and so we've not seen the entire line. I've basically got it pushed out as far as my camera goes. I have about another 10 feet of reel left, but it was getting harder and harder to push through, and so we're not able to see everything. And you can see waste kind of swirling around. And we're not bobbing in and out of it either. We are fully submerged, which is not good. If you're bobbing in and out of it, it's a little more of a shallow belly, which is less concerning. These deeper ones can be more problematic. There we're starting to come out of it. After about 30 feet, we're still underwater though. Going on 40 feet. Or no, we started at 146, so we're going on about 30 right now. Now 40. Not only does this make it more likely to have backups, but we also can't really evaluate this line with it being underwater. We know that it has bad grade or a blockage. And hopefully it's a blockage. With a blockage you can clear it, and then hopefully everything lands on its own. With a belly, the only way to fix that is to dig it up and re-slope it. You can see build up on the pipe, and that's probably because it's backed up even further, as we run water, or if waste gets, stuck and then cleaned out, it can back up at different points, and that's probably what contributed to all this buildup on the pipe. Looks like this is a plastic line, from what I can tell so far, which, is great if it has good grade. Hopefully further down there's a blockage, you can get it cleared and go from there. So a couple things here. First, it looks like something's feeding in. I don't know if the outbuilding is tied into this, and that's what that is, feeding in. There's a wet wipe or something stuck in the line, or a towel of some sort. Hopefully, after running some water, that'll work its way out. It was actually a lot closer in when I first went by it, and I think I loosened it, and then as I ran water it helped push it out further. But I would recommend getting the map from the city or finding out from the seller what's tied in right there. But this looks like PVC, which is a good type of material to have. Typically it's less problematic, but you still have to have good grade. If you were to get the map from the city, you could also figure out pretty easily how long the line is. There's another tie-in. It looks like you have a backwater valve, and so that can help prevent backups. There's another wet wipe. I mean, honestly, it looks a little bit like a towel. You don't want to have stuff like that in your line. That can cause backups. Now we're going through some cast iron, and if you look at this area, you can just see how much scale there is falling off and how rough it is. I'd recommend having that cleaned. That can get, I mean, it's already rough enough that waste could get stuck on it. Certainly avoid wet wipes on this line. Now we're just coming up the stack. So overall, it looks like this line has a pretty significant belly. That can lead to blockages that can cause backups. I would recommend having that cleared and evaluated further. If you can get somebody else that can get their camera pushed out further, then you might have a better idea whether that's purely bad grade or whether there's a blockage that needs to be cleaned. Long term, the best thing to do with the belly is to have it resloped, but hopefully you can find out that it's a blockage, which could hopefully just be cleared. But we would need more info and to have the camera pushed out further out to know for sure. And then also, I would figure out whether those tie-ins are coming from an outbuilding or a neighboring property. If you have a shared line with a neighbor, you can't get the same insurance that you normally can with an individual lateral line. I'm going to end this recording now.